first time I've seen such a spectacle.
Even the top brass.
So this visitor is...
Get ready.
Hypothesis. Thought always precedes word.
Huh?
And yet, I can't find the words for this moment. It's good to see you, Asta. Guys, I'm 4 minutes and 13 seconds earlier than the appointed time. I hope it's not a bother.
Of course not, Mr. Screwlum. Welcome to Herta Space Station.
No need for formalities, Asta. Herta Space Station is where knowledge converges. Here we celebrate the equality of thought. Such collaboration between organic life forms is magnificent and efficient. You're rebuilding the space station far quicker than I could have imagined.
We appreciate your high praise, Mr. Screwlum. Would you like me to show you around? Since the last summit, we've launched several new research projects focused on silicone-based matrices.
Well, that sounds lovely. But I do have a meeting with Herta, so let's put the new surprises on hold for now.
Madam Herta should be in her office. I'll take you there. Right this way.
Sure. And you are? Ah, hello, young sir. I've heard so much about you. Herta talks about you often. She's quite curious about you, as am I. What is it like to live in symbiosis with a Stellaron? I hope we'll have sufficient time in the future to get to know each other and answer this question.
Sorry, I wanted to show you around, but now I don't think I'll be able to get away.
Strange. It should be around here, huh? Do you need something? If you're looking for the front desk, just go straight through. Such a concerned and responsive tone. You must be the one everyone's been talking about recently. Your kind-heartedness is famous throughout the space station. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Leonard, a cybersecurity engineer here at the space station. You probably know that this place was recently attacked by the Antimatter Legion. In the chaos, the master control system for each zone was paralyzed. Now that the station is being rebuilt, my job is to repair equipment and restore the space station's cybersecurity. But during the repair process, I discovered some anomalies. The access records show that a third party other than the Legion invaded while the master control system was paralyzed. Some have surmised the same as you. We suspect that it may have been the Stellaron Hunters. It's an elusive group and very dangerous. Every member is on the IPC's wanted list. They include a super hacker from Punk Lord. I'm ashamed to admit that I've lost to her once before. A while ago, I discovered her whereabouts during a screening process. I was planning to follow the clues to find more details about her, but I fell into her trap. Can you guess what happened next? She reverse-hacked my device, sent out a bunch of spam, made a video game open to the space station, and told everyone that an idiot named Leonard made a big silly mistake. Ugh, I don't want to think about it. Now that everything is calmed down, I thought they'd be on my case already. The silver lining? Madam Herta was generous enough to allow me to continue investigating this matter. Hence, my silver lining. You know Madam Herta. If she's really interested in something, it doesn't matter what anyone else says. To put it simply, the leaders have given me an opportunity. How could I not cherish it? If I can make up for my mistakes and do a good job, I may have a chance to prove my... This time, I plan to start from inside the space station and see if I can find some clues to trace the intruder's steps. Maybe I can find the blind spot I missed. I designed a decoding program. Look, it looks like a camera, but it's just... That's, What are you talking about? This looks like... Oh, a drop of sweat? Unbelievable! Why would something like this be in the space station? The staff wouldn't even dare scribble on. So this is what we're looking for? This suspicious evidence? Wait a second. Oh, I see. This is electronic graffiti that appears to represent... We need to decipher it if we want to find it. Ugh, you got me there. I got caught up in our... let me think. Just do me a favor. It won't take up too much of your time. Why are there Void Rangers here?
Show no mercy.
You won't get away. I have something for you.
That scared me to death! Did you see that? It seemed like something popped up here, then Void Rangers jumped out. But look! Just like I guessed, this graffiti is encrypted. The surveillance camera captured her face. Silver Wolf. It's exactly the same as the photo on the IPC's wanted list. Is this a transmitter beacon? Oh, I see. She probably ran into the Antimatter Legion during the invasion, then used this beacon to teleport the enemies somewhere else. We accidentally activated the beacon again just now, and they were brought back. Jeez! Stellaron beacon transmission that doesn't require a power source and can be implemented solely through computation? No one... Well, I don't share your optimism. If it wasn't for you, I'd probably be lying on the ground right now. Anyway, there's a strange signal nearby. Maybe it's another piece of graffiti. Look, up there! They even put down a question mark. They must be making fun of us. She went towards the base zone. Yep. Disappeared again? This thing keeps cutting out when I'm deciphering it. She must have stopped here for a bit. Let's look.
Can you let me have some fun this time? Our last few operations turned out to be pretty dull.
She makes it seem easy. Is she really looking at the Curio Collection Index? Judging by how calm she is, she must have been in this room for a while. The graffiti's location is quite interesting. I heard from a friend that the hackers on Punk Lord have a tradition. When they hack, they call this the Punk Lord mentality. I don't understand that way if the same thing happened last time. Thank you! She seems to be leaving. They seem to be heading toward the monitoring room. Another graffiti. They're all different too. She really put some thought into this. Huh? Is this section of the record damaged? That's highly unlikely. I bought this detector just let's talk. Hold on, I got it! It might be an effect from a curio. No wonder she kept going through the Curio Collection Index. This space is connected to the Stellaron room. Why would they leave you here if their objective was the Stellaron? With her capabilities, all she would have needed to do was make another Huh? There's no graffiti here. Oh, we're doomed! Ugh, so strange. Did she really leave they did leave you behind. Sorry, that's not... Oh, me? I can't help but feel there's... The more I talk about it, the worse I feel. I should probably find something that I can do. Whoa, look here! There's a strange It looks like the log time occurred during the Legion's invasion. The researchers would have already been evacuated by then. Could it be that... I just realized... Just as I thought. She was here. I just remembered that Madame Herta has a game cartridge named Punk Lord Mentality in her collection. You remember it, right? It's actually on the list of missing curios. I wasn't able to put the two together before. I got it! I got it now! The Stellaron Hunter's operation was just a cover for her. Look, in the end, they didn't take the Stellaron. She was so interested in the Curio Collection Index that she stayed in the space station. She knew we would be looking for the Stellaron Hunters and used it as her cover. Very smart. Hold on, though. Something doesn't add up. The curios are Madame Herta's most prized Some researchers tried to gain access to the curios for research purposes once, but... Well, they're definitely far more important than I am. Wait, don't move. Oh, I get just perfect. Not only did she shut off all the access logs, she shut off all the... Oh, this wouldn't have been a high priority issue. The space... I am curious, though. She paused the terminal trans... As a Stellaron hunter, she leaves the Stellaron behind. As a hacker, she doesn't... Relax, friend. I've done this
Perhaps you still... Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
You'll pay for this.
Follow my charge.
See? I was right. There was some... Now we can browse through the Curio access logs. Huh? That can't be right. From the way things look, yes. The record... I'm seriously confused. What did she come here for? No, if I start thinking like that, I may as well...
not gonna happen. I'll say it again. I don't care what Runmei said to you, but there's no chance we're shutting down the simulated universe.
Herta, I've made my decision. Question: what have we invested into this project? Hundreds of system hours, the resources of an entire planet, and the most advanced technology in the entire universe. And what have we gotten in return? Unknowns, confusion, and a series of errors. In the beginning, we defined the simulated universe as a miniature world that could be used to discover the traces of the eons. But now, it's become something far removed from its original purpose.
The simulated universe is bound to make errors. You said that yourself, and that's exactly what we're experiencing. Why is that a problem all of a sudden?
I adore the vast amount of knowledge, but I cannot accept that the simulated universe remains simply a pending contract. Herta, think about it. How many surprises has this project given you? And how many disappointments has it given you?
The simulated universe never disappointed me. You are what disappoints me, Scroolum. Do you really think of yourself as someone so exceptionally amazing? Right?
Herta, I don't mean to question you. Nor do I just want to give more room for knowledge and inspiration to grow freely.
That's enough. Leave if you don't want to be part of this. Go tell the other two yourself. Oh, and take your tech with you. I don't need it. I can go find Adrian Taylor, or the red-nosed old man from Epsilon, or even the Intelligentsia Guild. At least they won't quit halfway. Scroolum, we've known each other. You're nothing but a piece of ice.
My apologies, sir. This all started with me. I was the one that brought up the request to end our academic collaboration. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Herta or the project. The simulated universe is a great experiment, and Herta is a true genius. However, we have our differences when it comes down to our long-term vision for the future. These differences will often manifest into bias, and bias will get in the way of the formulation of knowledge. Deep down, I want to continue to believe in Herta. The question is whether one should end a collaboration that no longer holds true to its original intent. Are you worried about her mentals? Thank you for the humor. It is good for tense moments like these. The emotions of organic life are like tides. It is my fault for not noticing the trajectory of the moon. Let Herta be alone for a while, so she can calm her emotions. As for the simulated universe... Search. Bonfire in the depths of the woods. A lone stone sword points to the stars. Punk Lord mentality. That is no ordinary curio, my friend. That is a love letter a Galaxy Ranger has written for the universe. Youngster. It is a planet made of data and symbols. The edges of reality and illusion. An ether cartridge is a chip that Punklordian hackers use to edit reality. The ways through which a hacker perceives and modifies the world are... It's a recording of the hacker's life and proof of their existence. The one on the space station belonged to some... He became a Galaxy Ranger by accident and spent many long years. Many of the records and details recorded therein are beyond the knowledge of even the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild. That is why it became part of the masses of calculation data. Yes, no need to worry, my friend. The cartridge, it's, as I said, it is a very important reference for the simulated universe. That is why its data has been extracted and added to the calculations of the universe model. Herta was probably impulsive and added the cartridge into the simulation without telling anyone, resulting in the item being listed as lost. I understand your concern. If the individual in question did indeed as such, please allow me to offer my limited abilities to assist you with your investigation. As you already know, the simulated universe will be shut down temporarily. It will remain shut until Herta and I come to a clear conclusion. Yes, This is the last chance to investigate the by way of apology for shutting down the simulated universe. I will use my abilities in the universe to provide you with what assistance I can. This is my recommendation. Well, sir. Very well. I will be sending you into the simulated universe using an alternative. This will help us quickly locate the cartridge in the vast sea of data. Young sir, are you all right? I'll be staying on the outside. I need to make sure the system projections remains. You are now inside the data link of the ether cartridge. Hacker. Oh, conclusion. That is a holographic record that the simulated universe has created. You were right. The enemy's invasion has spread to the deepest parts of... Young sir, please stay still.
Hey, you. Why are you staring at me?
I initiated the simulation flow. This is just a record of the past. She's not actually talking to you. Please listen and don't interrupt her. We may be able to find out more of what we need.
First off, I'm not obsessed with it. On Punklord, the stories of the cartridge are no different from textbooks. I'm not interested in something that everybody... Secondly, it's not some kind of video game cartridge. It's an ether. Do you understand what that actually means? With that cartridge, if a guy went to a movie premiere and... Lastly, I'm gonna say it again. I'm not obsessed with... Alright, let's get going. We have to move quickly. This place is different from the rest of the space.
It is safe to assume that 2 people entered the simulated universe. Interesting. You are now taking the point of view of the companion. She will react to...
You took the bait. Time for a buzz.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
You won't get away.
You took the bait. Fork in the road, huh? Wanna pick one first?
It's a nice thing to have a
Wrong choice. Ugh, why would Herta put something like this inside? Never mind,
She's actually on the correct path. She just needs to continue a little further. We've met Stellaron Hunter, Silver Wolf. We fought against one another before. It was more like a test than a duel. I never thought our next meeting would take place under these...
What the? This was the right way all along.
Seems like we can now continue.
Oh, back to the space station again.
You won't get away.
You took the bait. Time for a buzz.
Time for an overhaul.
Finally, almost there. There's even a miniature Herta over here. Eesh. A little narcissistic, isn't she? I was planning on adding a mustache for her, but the spray didn't work.
She's talking about that portrait in the elevator room, no? Herta commissioned me to design an encryption. That's correct. The ether cartridge data is in the next room. Yes, that incongruous feeling has persisted. She came for the Stellaron, but showed a strong interest in the curios. I must admit, this feels... I recall a story about whether it be for competition or for joy. And would this ongoing affair not be part of such an endeavor? In which case, let us accompany her till the end.
Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Trickier to crack. Time for a buzz.
I have something for you.
This is double speed.
Rules are made to be broken.
You won't get away.
Look, we found it. The ether cartridge is here. There is an unwelcome third party. If what we are seeing constitutes past images of Silver Wolf, then for her to have made it this far would have entailed the disappearance of the car. I believe that she was indeed able to hack into Herta's. After all, even the best hacker wouldn't be able to find a specified...
Unless she had someone to guide her there. Huh. You want to explain it to him first? I can see the confusion in his...
The final results are on the display table, young sir. Take a closer. You've guessed correctly. She left herself a back door in the office, performed a proxy hack the moment you entered the simulated... I must say, she really is a masterful actor. Well then, Miss Silver.
Huh. You knew it all along, didn't I? Knew it would be hard to fool you. All that talk you were spouting along the way was meant for me.
It is a joy and an honor to have the opportunity to face off against you once again. Herta said that this cartridge would be able to lure in the biggest fishes in...
So, the business about shutting down the universe and the...
That is up to you to interpret. Herta and I have always been frank with one another. Miss Silver Wolf is truly a talented hacker. Not only did she calculate everything ahead of time, she has numerous variables and aces still. News of my sudden visit to the space station was probably the only uncontrollable variable in her plan. And with my arrival came the nightmare of shutting down the simulated universe. That would have ruined her plans and all her preparations. You now know everything about this.
Everything? No. You're wrong about the most important... You think I came here out of desperation, but I've been bursting with excitement this whole time. Do you know how happy I was when you... I haven't had the thrill of a formidable opponent in such a long time. The Legion is nothing but... Reality is nothing but a game. But what's the point of a game if it can't make you happy? An invitation letter, and...
You're confident you'll be able to get out of this in one piece.
That's right. And I'm bringing this with me.
Oh, a copy. You completed it while we were talking just now.
Why else would I entertain so much small talk? You're not the only one stalling for time. I'm guessing that Herta is high, and I'm looking forward to it. How do you plan on stopping me this time? Are you going to turn the simulated universe into a black box? Or are you going to work with the IPC and put together a cross-galactic and a long-awaited result will finally...
My apologies, Miss Silverwolf, but none of what you are hoping...
Huh? Leave? But why? Aren't you trying to catch me? Don't you want to...
Your creativity has proven interesting. However, I have nothing to do with your quarrel with the space station.
I'm gonna leave with this cartridge.
That's just a duplicate. Correction, Not only is the one in your possession a duplicate, but so is the one here. The real curio was transferred elsewhere at the very beginning. Conclusion. You may share that data freely.
What if I attack the space station?
It would have nothing to do with me. But I must warn you, it is likely that someone would step forward to stop.
Then, what if I were to destroy the simulated universe
I'm sorry, but that simply isn't possible. Ether editing isn't capable of destroying an entire universe.
What is the point of this, then? You guys went out of your way to put together this trap, but don't plan on doing anything at all?
That's right. This way, the game that you so carefully orchestrated is now pointless, is it not? There's no point in a game if it's no longer fun. Silver Wolf, I know what you're after. The IPC's shackles won't be able to hold you, and jail is but another game to you. Herta and I came to an understanding. We will no longer enable you and give you what you need.
How boring.
However, Herta felt that this would be too easy on you, and wanted to add something of her own. And that is why, in this very moment, she has reverse-hacked you and located all your interastral network accounts. A total of 76 accounts. How would it be if the IPC were to freeze all of them? Including all of your game records.
What? Hey, hold on a minute.
And she logged out. How hasty of her. Games are always fun in the eyes of a child, but to an adult, they are but one among many ways of solving a problem. It's about time we were on our way.
A flawless victory! Hope you got a glimpse of Herta's awesomeness, kiddo. Make sure you never forget about it. I couldn't care less about what happened with the space station, but I will surely repay the favor tenfold to anyone who dares to taunt me. I already notified someone at the IPC to freeze all her accounts. She's probably crying in front of her computer right now.
Thank you, young sir. Your and Mr. Leonard's contributions were a necessity to our victory. Do you have any other questions regarding... Her ultimate goal was always the ether cartridge, but all those complicated puzzles and unnecessary... Well, young sir, our destination may differ, but there are still countless opportunities for our paths to cross. The pursuit of knowledge will always be the best driving force.
So, the reason Madame Herta wanted me to continue the investigation was to lure her out of... Can you believe it? I've just been acknowledged by Madame... I don't have to worry about being fired anymore!
This chapter has come to a conclusion. Come, let us close the final back door.
It's gone. It's all gone. They seriously left nothing behind. They went too far this time. Too far.
All right. Stop with the tantrum. You're not a kid anymore.
I am not throwing a tantrum.
Uh-huh. Anyway, what are you gonna do now, huh? Hack an IPC branch nearby and get your accounts back?
If it were just 1 or 2 accounts, sure. I kind of overdid it this time. I lost basically everything. A branch office probably won't be enough. I'm gonna have to make a trip to Pier Point.
What, you're going alone? That's the IPC's headquarters.
Yep, just me. Why? Do you want to come with?
I probably won't be able to. I'm in Elio's next script. Did you forget?
Oh, right. That story doesn't sound like it fits me. You guys have fun.
I hope you have a good time in Pier Point as well.
Don't worry. I've already got an idea. You see that cloud diner just 2 kilometers from here? A few temps from the building material logistics department just stepped in. I'm gonna go and become their friend.
Getting a move on already? I would have thought you'd at least want to spend some time with that cartridge you were obsessing about.
I told you, I'm not obsessed with it. Besides, there's fun to be had along the way. A game is a game, and that's...